Hello there, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So, what am I up to today? Well, tis a season, so I'm working on the scene from Scrooge, or from The Christmas Carol, the film with George C. Scott. This is just the scene where Jacob Marley is closing his mouth with a handkerchief for some reason. It's such a spooky scene. And I love drawing spooky things, so spooky on Christmas? Yes, please. So this was originally done in Procreate, but again, with the new app, I've been trying it out with other things, and it's been really pretty great, actually. And like I've said before, generally I have to do everything in Procreate kind of first, like the basic drawings, the rough drawings. I'd usually do in Procreate, and then I'd take it over to Procreate Dreams, but now I might be able to just do the straight up drawings and everything straight into Procreate 2 without using Procreate, regular Procreate. But anyways, I moved this already started drawing over into Procreate Dreams. So just so I can use the flipbook feature and draw in it, which is great. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep working on this. I think all in all, it's gonna be like 10 to 15 frames, I think. Currently it's only at 6, so it's only at 6 frames right now, but I'm guessing it'll be between 10 and 15 all together. Basically, I'm just doing the act of him putting his arms up and tying the thing. And then pointing at Scrooge, like, yeah. So anyways, that's what I'm working on today. My goal is to try to have it done by Christmas. I mean, that's a little crazy, but maybe I could have a couple of, maybe all the frames could be in place at least. That'd be nice. And then I can edit it later, kind of. Oh, looks like my camera might have froze, so hang on. There we go. Okay. Taking off the onion skin just because. Okay. So the reference I'm using is from the actual film itself. Pretty sure this is a pencil I used before. Thanks, Doe Russian. Looks like I lost my screen here. Let's see if it'll restart. Fingers crossed. I think we're good, maybe? And boom, we're back. And we're back. All right, I'm going to try the transform tool again and see what I can do here. So I need to move these hands out a little bit. I do that sometimes. Forget how big the brush is. Hi, Anwa. Don't apologize. Don't apologize, and happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good week so far. Yeah, I have a lot of projects. I have a lot of projects happening, and I feel like I've been working on this for I think a couple of years. It's like every holiday season, I'm like, yep, we time to time to work on this one again. It's like I feel like I'm close to finishing it, and then, oops, it just becomes different every time. Maybe I add more frames, or I just am slower doing it. But do you know that feeling when you have so many projects and they're all fun and they're all interesting? I would, obviously still want to work on my red dress one as well. But just because I feel like I could, if I just spent like 72 hours on that straight, I could probably get it done. Probably same with this one, but it's nice to go. Fun. Yeah, I mean, put on some really loud tunes or like a weird podcast, 72 hours? You get it done. Yeah. Yes, exactly. 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 That's what I did end up doing, is chipping away at them, but have you been working on anything fun this week? I mean, it's only Tuesday. I know. But ooh, Crayola spray marker. That sounds both exciting and dangerous. Spray marker. What does that look like? Is it like a drippy, you squeeze it and it drips? Oh, right. Cutout animation. That's so cool. Oh, interesting. Spray marker. I'll look that up real quick. Stick the marker in the nozzle and pump the thing and pull the trigger, and it does like a, ooh, cool. So it's for taggers in training. You know, spraying graffiti. That's cool though. I bet you can do some fun things though. Sometimes those types of tools are just the thing you need, you know, to do some weird stuff. You know, like the cheaper, you know, like some stuff you can find like at the dollar store. Sometimes those art supplies like are gold, you know. Oh yeah. Yeah, better to start with the cheaper version first, you know, right? And then figure out if you like it. Nice. Nice. Well, that's cool. Are you animating a story of any sort, or is it like a loop or anything specific? Oh, not yes, I saw something with a bunny earlier today. Was that the same, or was that yesterday? I can't remember. I'll have to go look again on the old Insta. Oh, sorry. I thought it was a. If I remember, there was a bunny that you posted, but I'm also not the brightest bean in the bunch sometimes, so sorry. Oh, so it's like it's a TikTok trendy thing, not trendy, but a TikTok. That's cool. Yeah, I'll go check it out again. Might have missed that one, but that's cool. Cut out animation. Are you using a like just your phone for a camera, or do you have a specific camera? Oh, I see. So you made it already. It's already on TikTok, and then you're expanding on it. Like you posted it on TikTok. Yep. Yep. Yeah. The phone. Honestly, phones. The cameras on phones are just. They take really good pictures. So we live in a good age for that. I think back in the day you couldn't do that with your phone, like using a Nokia to take pictures. No, thank you. But today, you can do so much with your phone. It's crazy. Yeah, I got a used via 4K little scanny camera thing that I use for or you've been using recently. It's nice. It's something like it's it was only like $50 I think, like on eBay. I mean, only that's still a good chunk, I guess, but it's handy. It's handy, and that way, like I can use my phone for other things while I'm doing it. But the phone also I've used plenty of times, and it works just perfectly. So I would definitely recommend people just to use their phones because you just gotta make sure it's steady, and that's it. That's true, actually. Let's see if I can pull it. I can't pull it in front of the camera, but it's like it's a V4K. I taped it to my desk because that way it doesn't move. But anyways, it's like a little I think they use it for like business presentations and school presentations for you to slide your stuff underneath it, but it's like a little mini version of it. It's got like a little arm and it's got its own little program. It's definitely like, I don't think it's made for artists, but it works for what and it was a good price. And so I'm like, I'll just try it. So kind of, let's see if I can show you what it looks like here without destroying my setup here. Almost. Oh, a link would probably be better, huh? Link would be better. Yeah, I'll send you a link. It's gonna be way too much work. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's see if it'll let me link. I don't know if does it let me put links in Twitch? If it does, we'll find out. But you're right, I see a lot of the younger folks like going back to that, like you said, nostalgic imagery from like, old they weren't even smartphones, they were just cell phones that had a camera. But seeing people like who are, it's an aesthetic now, which is crazy because, being the oldie I am, we dreamed of having like nicer cameras. And now people are kind of not celebrating, but they're turning back to an older look. But it's cool. It's, you know, I'm with it. I'm not with it, but I understand it. So they're too nice. You're right, man. You can see like the pores on everybody's faces so well now. You know, it's which is fine. You know, but I can see why people, you know, looking at like older photographs or older video, like it's definitely a form of nostalgia, like nostalgia vibe. But yeah, this V4K it's quite handy. You don't have pores. You're poreless. Well, I'm very poor, so just kidding. It's so funny. And luckily this camera is, you know, it isn't too detailed, so you can't see all the what's going on here, but your phone will make you wear a mask. I hope not. Gotta move this arm out a little bit, I think. And if you're on, I'll have to come find you on TikTok too, if that's where you're posting stuff too. TikTok sure is an interesting place, that's for sure. It just feels like a different planet when you're on it. It's like, God, what is going on here? Yeah. Yeah, it's different. I keep trying to stream on it, like, because I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I'm like, okay, I'll add Twitch in there. But every time, like, I'll stream for like a time, and then it's like TikTok is like, yep, you're banned now again. Give it 7 days. Suspended. I'm like, what did I do? But it sounds like, from what I've been reading and getting from Reddit at least, is that the AI is just effed up in that way for multi-streaming for TikTok, and it just flags things like unnecessarily. So yeah, I have the opposite problem. I'll post a video and I will get some hits, and then posting like images, not so much. But and when I say hits, I mean like maybe a couple hundred views or whatever, which is fine, you know. Still getting it out there. And then I think TikTok is like, it's probably going to get weirder, unfortunately, because I think it's like owned by a bunch of weird, like, conglomerates. Hey, 50 likes is nothing to sneeze about. Interesting. That's so funny. I have the opposite problem. Yeah, it's gonna get just... That's just weird. Weird. Not just weird. It's gonna get... It's already weird. But I think... I don't know when it goes into effect where it's like the new owners of it. That could be already kind of a thing, but... Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Their agenda is not to be trusted. Which is unfortunate. Because I feel like it could have been something cool, maybe, but yeah, it just feels very like they really want you to spend money on their stuff in there, like buying little bits or whatever it is, you know, or like, and the sales, like all of the stores on there, it's like QVC on LSD or something, you know? Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Let's buy everything to hide what's going on. What Epstein files? What terrible economic situation we're in. Yeah, QVC on meth is probably a better description. LSD might be fun, but yeah, it's so bizarre. It's almost like Blade Runner-ish, like that vibe of like, you know, I don't know. Or Black Mirror even, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, lava lamps that can kill you. I could see it. I wouldn't put it past him. But what's funny about TikTok though is that there's still a lot of creators on there that are fun to see. Like there's still some real people on there, which is still fun to see, but we'll see how long that lasts. Self-taught. I'm self-taught. Yeah, I'd say like, I mean, I've been drawing since I was little, like everybody. And then I went to art school for a little bit, art college, and then a school in Italy for a little bit. And then I went on my own, teaching myself painting and stuff after that. And then started teaching myself animation, like, I think 2018. So it's been a few years of just kind of trying to figure it out and probably not doing it, you know, in the quote unquote correct way, but I know. Preach. Seriously, preach. Same thing where it's like, because you see the AI, you see like the AI and you're like, okay, that's immediately like bad. But then there's things where you're like, that could be AI. What do you think helped you progress the fastest? In animation? I don't know, man. I think I don't know, fast is the right, you know, nothing, I guess just doing it a lot. I think I just did it a lot. I did the kind of exercises and from the Animator's Survival Kit, which is a great book. Yeah, someone does something creative and I'm like, yeah. Welp. Oh, about the book? You have to. Oh my gosh. Anma. I mean, if you're into, I mean, even any kind of animation, I feel like it's a great place to start. So many little, it's not even, it's, basically, I just copied like some of the things that he did in the book, like the walking cycle and some simple, like, you know, just like head turns and, oh man, you should totally get it. Get a used copy, obviously, if you can, because I think, you know, you don't need to go crazy with it. But I think there's also like one, if you splurge and get the new one, I think that comes with like videos or something. But you can find them on YouTube, I think. Yeah, check out, yes, eBay. eBay is your friend on this for sure. Highly recommend though. It's just worth a glance. And I reference it still all the time. You know, especially like just basic kind of like, I don't know, just the way that like he writes about it. He's great at describing very simply like why things look better this way versus doing it that way. And anyways, it's a good read. Again, I use fun very loosely, but it was its own course for me basically. So yeah, highly recommend that. So yeah, I basically just went through that. I went through some, like did some tutorial, like not tutorials, but like found some tutorials online and yeah, basically just I think I took one little like intro to animation class from RISD online, but it was very like the teacher was very nice, but it was definitely very like, okay, well, I felt like I needed more. But honestly, I think it's just the practice, like just doing it all the time and like redoing it. Yeah, as you know, it's just like it's because you know it's worth all the work. Like if you enjoy seeing what you do at the end of it or seeing the results, then it's worth it. That makes sense. All of this like every single frame, drawing every single frame or whatever, like once you see it kind of come together, it gives you a little boost. So that's what I go with. And when it doesn't give me a boost, I cry. Haha, just kidding. But sometimes I cry. Well, when you find it and start reading it, let me know. We can start an Animator's Survival Kit book club. Yeah. Well, let me know. No pressure on the book club, but I'd love to chat with you about it when you finally get it. Have you ever tried clay animation? You mean like Gumby style? Seems wicked hard. Yeah, same. Seems a little too... I mean, talk about time consuming. Is that cheating though? Because it's still a lot of work. Blender is still a lot of work. But you're right, like it's not the same as like having to move every single thing. Like instead of your imperfect fingers like getting fingerprints and everything, you've got Blender to kind of perfectly smooth things out. But it's still, you gotta do all of the connecting and 3D or Blendery stuff in the background. So similar, I think, but yeah. And you're right, and you have perfect light, and exactly, like the light won't change. Or like there won't be like a weird shadow from you standing in front of the light by accident or something, like in one frame or something like that. But yeah, Blender is hard. Blender is hard, but it's worth it. It's again, like I said, I've only done the donut tutorial on Blender, but I have dreams of doing other things, especially with painting, you know. So many fun things, so little time. Yeah, I guess you're right. I think you can be sketchy, like messy in Blender, but I still think you have to like program it kind of. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking too detaily, right? You're right. Like, I mean, it can be used for, it doesn't have to be so complex at all. Yeah. Yeah, too many choices these days, right? First world problems. too many fun technologies to use. Yeah. It's a good problem. Definitely a good problem to him. That's what I mean. Like, I feel bad complaining about it. I've got to make my stage longer, I guess. Let's see. And I heard, speaking of Blender, I don't know if it's true, but they might be putting Blender on the iPad, which would be really cool. You'd probably need a super duper iPad to run it though, huh? But that might be fun to play with. The game is over. Yeah, it would be. But that's what I mean. I think you would need the super fancy iPad to be able to handle Blender. I mean, my computer can barely handle it. Yeah, pack it up, Android. Oh, I know. Well, luckily Blender works on, I think, multiple machines, but you're right. Yeah, the iPad's kind of king in that way. So yeah, I don't think it's going to have all of the same Blender stuff as like a desktop version. So it might be really janky at the beginning. But I would try the crap out of it, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, it would. Being able to, yeah. Oh, seriously. Yeah, sorry. Yes. I already like draw and like in, you know, the living room or in bed, definitely with my iPad. It's, although in the end it is more comfortable to do it like at your desk, but man, it is nice to just be able to like, you know, throw like a old movie on in the background and just like do your work on this thing. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes. Well, it's also because I use a couple of screens, or like I use my iPad and then I need like reference or whatever. Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, like out like on a nice day, like just hanging outside. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've drawn on like on this thing in the park before. And like I've taken it to the beach and stuff. Although I highly recommend to not take it to the beach because you get sand everywhere and you could scratch your screen. But if you have a screen protector, you're fine, obviously. But I learned that lesson the hard way. But yeah, I've taken it to camping and stuff. It's nice to be able to like draw. Yeah, the sand. The sand was. It wasn't. It was one of those like, oh, I should not have brought this here. But I got some fun drawings out of it, so. Nice. And now, so this is gonna be a stupid question. Yes, you mean the figure drawings that I posted? Yes. Yes. I used Procreate. Just I took we had there was a figure drawing thing, and it's so nice to bring it. Or not bring it, but like to use it there. I mean, obviously it's nice to, I think people should absolutely learn how to do hand stuff, drawing, especially figure drawing when you're first learning and stuff. It's important to like have the tools and know how they work and yada yada, and like make mistakes that you can't hit a back button on. But you know, I mean, not that I know anything about anything, but some, you know, I figure it's nice to use, and it's still working from life. Technically, you're just using a different tool. So. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, figure drawing with the iPad's really fun. It's been really fun, at least, especially because you can do a time lapse on Procreate, and so like it'll record everything you do on it, so you can just have a quick little video of like the drawing that you did, which is really cool, I think. I myself am always curious. You know, how I don't know how I draw sometimes, so it's nice to see. It's like, oh, that's how I do it. See if I can make this the frames a little slower. Hmm. 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 Damn it, I keep doing that. Oops. Hmm. Getting there. I'm getting there. Getting there. Yeah, getting there, getting there, getting there. Yeah, how many frames is that so far? Let's see. That's 10 frames. Yeah, so I said 10 to 15. So I think it's going to be another... So he ties it on, and then he'll point at Scrooge. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's rough as shit, but that's okay. You know, that's what cleanup is for. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's that is all it is, really, if you think about it. Shapes and line. Not in this house. That's funny. I am mostly in agreement with you. It is fun to just do a rough and call it a day. I do that so many times. And the thing, like with, I think, and maybe you too, but like my style of painting and stuff is really messy and like scratchy and sketchy anyways, so like I can generally get away with it. But sometimes it's like you know, clean up in terms of especially background and like what he's wearing. All that stuff needs to be fixed. Yeah, I do too. I do too. I do too. And I think that's the balance too, is like if you do any cleanup, you don't want to lose any of the you don't want to lose the looseness, right? Because otherwise it gives it that lifeless look, Which is so funny because when you look at like AI stuff and they make it look so realistic, it's still inhuman feeling, but. Oh. See, I've done that as well. Yes, where yep. You're like, oh, I can just make it perfect on the first pass, which some people can, maybe. But yeah. No, I've learned definitely that it's like you can't be too precious with your stuff, like I think it's important to like hold on to like yeah, I know there's those people that can do it perfectly. But there's people also who yes. I was just gonna say that. Like what's his name? Aaron Blaise, right? Like he's can like draw like a bear rolling around on the ground, like literally just from memory and hand memory and that sort of thing. And it looks perfect to us, So like so yeah, I guess yeah, some people can just do it right on the first try. But maintaining that liveliness throughout the process is so hard to do, but that's important. It is. It's very hard. It's very hard. And it goes with painting too, like I said, like sometimes that first drawing, that first rough is like has all the energy and has all of the stuff in it. But then like once you get to the last layer, it's like, what did I do? It's really hard, especially the portraits, like painted portraits are so hard in that way. You could make a copy of a photograph all day long, but trying to give something life is hard. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no. Preach. I hate that feeling so much. You're like so into it, you're having a great time, and then you're like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? Or what the heck am I doing? It's kind of funny. Yeah. Yeah. Who did this? Exactly. Who snuck into my body and used my arm and hand to do this? Oh, that's the worst. Oh, oh, that's like a nightmare scenario. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Oh, God. That's the worst feeling because it's like, yeah, yep. You think of all that work you did, and you're like, do I have the drive to do it again? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'm guilty of, knock on wood, not saving my work. But what I tried to do is try to save my Procreate files. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, same. Like you don't think about it. You're in the moment. You know? Yep. I've seen that some people. Yeah. No. I think like if that happens, you like give it a beat. You gotta give it a break. You're like, I'm gonna just put this down for a second. Because you're right, it is, I mean, you know, it's a small, I guess, smaller version of trauma, but it's still trauma. Like it's still like you said, like now you save religiously, you know. Um, so it's like it's a learning lesson, but it's a painful one. We have to make this canvas a little bit bigger, huh? Sure, sure. Sure, sure. Now let's see here. Yeah, definitely sketchy, but it is almost there. Yeah, I think about 4 more frames. 4 more frames. Can I rip out 4 more frames in 30 minutes? Let's see if I can. So literally just he's finishing tying up. He does the thing and then points at Scrooge. So I think 1 more frame. Yeah, I guess I might have to make the canvas bigger. Yeah, trying to think about my next steps here because yeah, because I feel like I need to. There needs to be an interlude between. Hey, back. I already finished the animation while you were gone. You missed it. Just kidding. Wouldn't that be funny? Looks like he's giving the thumbs up. Okay. Hmm. Very rough indeed. Yeah. I think I need to add one more frame in there. He is really tying that thing. But like one more between here and here. He really is tying that thing. Yeah, one more frame in between maybe. Gotta grow this a little bit. Wish you could do it in the flipbook, but that's fine. Oops. Fuck. Wrong thread here. Try that again. just realized I messed up by not duplicating the frame and just working on the original frame. Which, glad I noticed, because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm missing a frame here. Let's try that again. And yeah, if you haven't seen this film, I mean, it's an oldie, but it's surprisingly spooky for a Christmas story, you know? Yeah, I mean, if you like Christmas movie, or I guess if you like, you know, don't have a problem with A Christmas Carol. It's worth a watch. Yeah, it's a movie that, like, it was really good, but it also spooked me as a kid. We watched, my mom really liked it, so we'd watch it a few times every Christmas, and I mean, it's generally a good movie, you know, but a little spooky. You know, because Christmas is generally like, you know, when you're a kid. I mean, if you live in, anyways, generally like a happier, you know, joyful kind of thing. But this movie is very, or this story is very like existential, not existential, but you know, it has the Christmas spirit in it, but it's like, whoa. Shows you the dark side of Christmas, kind of. All right. I did it. I mean, I think I think the rough drawings are done. Just trying to think of my next steps, which are many. Cleanup. I really got to redo the chains, like his whole outfit. And I think there's movements in his head that I need to like, because there's natural, like when you're doing this, you're kind of like moving around. Right now he's very stiff. Excuse me. Next step, do the rest. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 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 Next step, do the rest. Next step, make it pretty. Next step, make it make sense. But hey, at least it's on paper. I mean, not on paper, but the full cycle is kind of there. I think I might do a final frame with him just standing there with his thing tied. Exactly. 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 Just the tweaking, the zhuzhing and the stuff, you know. Yep. Yep, I gotta hire all my in-betweeners. And the cleanup crew. Ay, ay, ay. That's okay. That's okay. Compared to the red dress, this one's a little bit more straightforward, I think. Less billowy fabric everywhere. Let's see if I can make it the full screen. Yeah, the red dress is a giant. You are very correct about that. I'm still gonna try to finish that by the end of the year, but what have I got? 2 weeks? But yes, this is definitely, you know, albeit the drawing is a little bit like maybe more detailed, but it's like how many frames? Like 15 right now? Let's see. Yeah, so 17 minutes. So 15. I called it. 72 hours to go. Yeah. Well, what is that? 72 hours in 2 weeks. I also have to, I mean, like Christmas Eve and Christmas doesn't count, and New Year's Eve and New Year's. Yeah. So 2 weeks minus 3 days. It's 14 minus 3, 11. 11 divided by 72. Hold on. Let me do that math real quick. It's 11 days. 11 days times, I'll do 7 hours in a day. Hey, that's 77 hours if I work every day for 7 hours straight. Maybe I could just work all night too. Haha, just kidding. Just kidding. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and call it good for the day. Did some work today. I did some work today, so that's good. It would be oh, I thought I read your thing. It said unearthly. I'm like, that would be unearthly to be able to do that. But unhealthy also is probably the better. But yeah, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me while I'm doing this strange stuff. But yeah, I think that's good for now. Good Scrooge for today. But I'm probably gonna be back. I mean, tomorrow and maybe Thursday or Friday. But tomorrow for sure. I might just keep working on this because I'm already on it, and it's just before Christmas. But man, that red dress is calling me. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do. But definitely back tomorrow. But thank you, Anwa, and everyone for joining me today. Thank you for streaming. Well, thank you for joining me. And it's fun to hang out with folks on this thing. So appreciate people come in and follow me and all that stuff. So I really appreciate it. And Anwa, thanks for being an awesome hangout. And I hope you do some art as well. Or at least chilling out art stuff. And yeah. Hope you all have a good evening or afternoon or morning, wherever you are. And I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.